Straight out of Kimpton. State your name and occupation.
I'm Frank. I came 7th with Shaddoll, Bystial, Spright.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's get right into it.
Yeah. Standard. 3 blue, 3 jet. Carrot, red. We don't play pixies because we're not weak.
You're not weak.
Real men don't play pixies.
Real.
We play.
Hashtag.
We play 2 ulti swaps and 1 Italian dupe. You need dupe frog this format. It's really necessary because the Bystials are big. It's good. A lot of the list in YCO Sydney played it. I definitely think it's necessary. It's just Spright.
The dupe is actually kind of spicy.
It's a little bit spicy, but it's not really. That's about as spicy as regular Spright decks get.
But
we're not.
Not yet. Ooh.
3 beaver, 2 angler. It's pretty standard.
Standard.
We were playing sunfish before when we didn't play that. Here's the spice. Shout outs to Cam the Man Neil.
Oh.
This one. This is Cyber's gadget. I don't know if he came up with it first, but this is actually the nuts.
So what does it do?
When you summon it summons a level 2 or lower from the grave. When you link it away for a Linger Rebo, you get a level 2 token. So the level 2 token is huge because it's level 2 body. So if they send this to the grave as a part of their, if they're interacting with you, so usually will do, you just get it for free. And the Linger Rebo is really good because...
So it's like a super safe normal summon.
It's probably the safest normal summon. Like Beaver can get like...
Gammed.
If you have like swap Beaver and Gadget, you can swap for the Beaver and Gadget back the Beaver.
Oh!
And that gets you swap Gadget and Beaver. Then when you link with it, you get Linger Rebo. Linger Rebo is just nuts.
No Impem. No Impem
no
today.
Impem, no Sulic.
No Torrential Tribute. I lost it that once.
Yeah, it banishes the card, which just shouldn't be a thing.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. And it outs the Ibly lot.
But that's an extra deck spoiler.
Spoilers. Spoilers. No one's doing Ibly. We did that at Oceanics and we lost.
Oh no.
This is the real spice though.
Okay, the really spicy part. I really like this part. The suspense.
It's 3 starters and smashes. No, everyone knows we play that. We play Foolish Burial.
Okay.
To send Angler.
That's pretty standard.
Yeah.
But
not standard. I definitely think the deck needs an extra extender. Because otherwise you just have starter. You're very predictable.
That's a pretty sexy Foolish right there. Is that to you? Oh man, that's crazy.
This is the spice.
Oh, what is that doing in there?
This is Shaddoll Fusion. Shout out to Ashoka for playing Shaddoll Tier. This is Shaddoll Spright.
Shaddoll Spright. How does it work though?
How does it work? So you activate Shaddoll Fusion. You send Shaddoll Dragon, and then you send Angler.
Oh.
Yeah. And then what are we making? We're making the Water Shaddoll.
Water Shaddoll. What does it do?
It doesn't do anything really. It negates Monster Reborn. It negates a spell that would summon a monster from the graveyard. Okay. We're not doing that in this format because we're in Tier Choosy format. It's merely to send Angler and Dragon.
Has it ever come up though?
The spell effect, the monster effect has never come up.
Very sad.
There might be a deck it's good against. I haven't figured it out yet. But really, it's either sending any of these 3. So Shaddoll Dragon is just an obvious one. That's to pop things like Sulic. I don't really mind if they get the search. The Sulic's what actually stops you from playing. Against Sword Soul, it deals with. It's a 1-card, deals with Blackout. And the Spright Mirror deals with smashes. It's a huge bait for like Ash.
And you can Ash too.
And also for Rukalos.
Rukalos, you can double Shaddoll Fusion, right? That's kind of mad. What?
Yeah. So then if it does happen to resolve, like you've impermed something, then you're able to play. You
can banish the Shufflers too. It's kind of makes your toad. Yeah.
This is really good when they mill your deck. They go Chantic 1.
Because they're turn player.
They're turn player. They go Chantic 1 there. their Shaddoll monsters. Oh, sorry, their tier element monsters. And then you chain this is chain link 3, and you target theirs, and you target their shufflers. So usually this is just to force out their interaction. We want to hit their shufflers. We want to deal with their threats with a single card. And I usually blind second when I know that they're siding in things like Super Poly and Dark Ruler No More. I make them go first. So these cards are higher impact. And yeah, it's really good when they mill your deck and you get to pop the
Another extra deck spoiler.
Yeah. Yeah, like the Shaddoll Dragon is probably the best one. You could play just the one and you don't have to play this one.
How did you find the Ariel today?
That scenario happened. Someone milled my deck. The fifth card off the curl deck was this, and I just banished all his names. He had already activated all his names for the
Top
turn.
8, let's go!
Yeah. Yeah. You kind of put these little landmines in your deck to make them not want to mill you later.
Like a mini
And once they
Neko
know this is in your deck, they're not going to like actually mill you. If they do, they've got to feel lucky. Like, hand traps now. 3 Imperm and 3 Ash.
Very standard.
I don't play Vela. I like Vela. If I'm not playing this, I probably play Vela. Vela has some hidden synergy with Cyber's Gadget, in that Cyber's Gadget can summon Vela.
Oh.
It's level 2 or lower. Just the hands that I saw were bricking with Vela. You draw multiple Vela and it's just not enough.
And then you play into TTT as well, it's gonna whack.
Yeah. And these are, like, Ash is probably the best one going first, because it like checks Hadness, it can check the millers, and that matters. Like, hitting a miller is like
the orange light you miller.
Ashing Sharon is really good. I don't recommend it, but do it if you feel like
pretty good.
They
It's
don't
pretty
have,
good.
like, enough there. Bystials. We play 7.
7. Is it 3-3-1?
3-3-1.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of people play this ratio now.
Yeah, I mean, you want to see as many as possible. I don't side deck the other Saronairs. I feel like mid deck was built to go first and second into tier. There's even scenarios, I didn't do it today, but when they kit on your turn 0, you can just Shaddoll Fusion, send Angler, and you keep playing. This is it's another element to the deck that like gives you, like, it's very predictable otherwise. You have normal Beaver and you have Starter, and that's your only like point of interaction. So it's very predictable. But then when you slap this, you're forced to do a bunch of stuff. These cards get higher value. The Bystial is really good. If I wasn't playing Shaddoll Fusion, it'd probably be 3 Saronair and the 3rd Gadget. 41 in the main.
41, the magic number.
41. It's the first time ever playing 41. I normally play 40. Extra deck.
Did you put the Ariel in just last second?
Yeah, Ariel's last second. I was afraid of it being milled. So like, if they milled one of my Shaddoll names, that I wouldn't be able to resolve Shaddoll Fusion. I think that came up a couple times today, so I'm glad I did. But I didn't draw the Shaddoll Fusion. I just they milled one. I didn't have Shaddoll Fusion, so.
But even milling Dragon, you can pop their field spell.
Pop their field spell.
Yeah.
That's happened. Yeah. There's a few different edge case scenarios where they just become really good. You can play Beast. We did play Beast at first. The draw is really good, but it's not as high impact as the Banish. And we're versing tier all day. I only verse 2 today. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so the rest of the 13 extra deck,
Yeah,
what are they?
The Nib token to flex.
Oh, yes.
So that they're scared of Nib. The Boys token. Shoutouts to John. Shoutouts to Alliance Games as well.
Alliance Games.
Yeah, we're repping the shirt. That was the only shirt I had in there. So I think we're playing Orcust. 2 Elf, the 3rd actually came up today. I'll probably still play 2. Sprint.
Not bad. Pretty standard.
Phoenix. I'd say it's standard. Pitching Angler is really good, especially when you have Ling and this, and you want to pop another back row. You deal with 2 back row. There's a lot of weird back row decks, especially in Penrith. I play Cerberus.
AKA me.
I play Cerberus, but I don't play the Code Talker. the Codebreaker link. I think the discard Angler
Someone
better
to
interaction
definitely.
than it being in an like them putting Baguska in the EMZ. If they're putting Baguska in the EMZ, you're probably winning anyway. There's other cards that you'd be siding in that scenario to
Out the booster.
out the Baguska. And this, I probably summoned this more than I summoned Phoenix today. That's the Sword Soul monsters. Like, big monsters are a problem with this deck. You don't want to waste smashes on it. And you have, like, sometimes you just draw a hand of Shaddoll cards, and then you pitch them. They don't get their effects, but they're not in your hand anymore. So you get some value out of it. Get into the standard XYZs.
Just one?
No, there's two.
Oh.
There's two. Just
Okay.
hiding,
Oh, yo.
hiding. The Toad.
Standard.
I need a Maru. Definitely need it. Gin Buster. So was it my regular board is.
I don't see it too much anymore.
Yeah, it's not common. I play a bit of a weird extra deck. I like playing Phoenix and that, and then the problem is then you have to really cut into the Zeus package, or you have to play IP. So that's something I didn't play today. I didn't play IP. It's honestly interchangeable. So I think Mannequin Cat, Downed, and Zeus.
What's your Mannequin Cat target?
In the main deck, none.
Okay. Show us your side deck.
The side deck target is End of Anubis. It's for tier. I didn't, not gonna lie, I didn't summon it today. I don't think I've ever summoned it. It's one of those, like, you have it when you go first, but when you're making them go first, it's just never gonna come up.
It's nice to have the option, though.
It's nice to have the option when you know when they make you go first. It's like sometimes I take the dupe out, put the End of Anubis in if I don't know if I'm going first or second. Like if they decide to blind second, or they choose to go second against me. Yeah, that's good. I've never been a fan of these two cards. I think I went like 10 tournaments never summoning Zeus. I think the real problem is you have to play Downed to get the full value out of Zeus. So we did that today.
Yeah, 3 mat Zeus, a lot worse.
The format Zeus is like huge, especially against like rogue decks. And Penrith is notorious for rogue. I summoned it once today. It didn't really win me the game, but I definitely would still consider playing it. In some capacity, the Zeus needs to stay. I think these just be IP Evermax. Yeah, never summoned it. So.
What's in the side deck?
Side deck's it's not as spicy as the main deck. It's just a little
Main
bit.
deck already too spicy.
It's unspiced it a bit. We have End of Anubis here going first. The only card we take out is so we take this out. So we put this in. And we take Shaddoll Fusion out going first. And we put in 3 anti-spell.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the cards that beat your deck, Dark Ruler No More, Super Poly, Tactics, and they're also the cards that beat End of Anubis.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And everyone's like, oh, this doesn't beat Super Poly, you just flip it in the draw phase, and in the standby phase, you summon your swap gets duped. So your Toad gets duped. And then if you also had Mannequin Cat, you'll end on this, Toad, and then like, good luck.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's
yeah.
It's got some hidden secret coverage against Draco Slayer, which I was playing before. It's good against Sky Striker and Runic. I think it's hard to say it's either this or Judgment for this slot. I think it's probably interchangeable, and the scenarios are very, very much the same. So choose to play this, choose to play Judgment. I was playing 2 Judgment and 1 of this, just like so you don't brick on multiple. I think this just has better synergy, and it's more of a surprise. People kind of expect Judgment.
Yeah.
We don't like Flu. So we're playing Zombie World.
Straight up 3? Or just 2? Just 2.
Because we had to play the 1.
Oh, yeah.
We have to take 11. We have to take 12 cards out of the deck when we're versing anything that's not tier. So we have Penrith. Arguably not good against Flunder, but you can have it going
decent.
first and second against Spright, and it's pretty really good. Outs the Yumi lock.
We had to out a Yumi lock
today. We had to do it somehow. Shout out to that guy. Profiles in the channel. Twin, I think it's the best card against Flu. Hitting the Dreamy Town and
in
the
standby
field
as
spell.
well. Yeah,
And
that's
standby,
crazy.
Yeah. Dark Ruler. This is the whole like dynamic of playing this card against Spright and then having to side this. So if you side, when I side against it, I side like these.
So the main deck is typically just built for TR
it's
with
strictly
like
built
the
for-
exception of this one,
Well,
and then
like,
everything else is for everything else.
Yeah, everything else for everything else. Shaddoll Fusion is good against Spright. Not obviously, it's dog shit against Flunder. Yeah, but the side. I think the side deck was better this time around. I think these probably could come out. The problem is I'm trying to find a card that's like good first, second against Flunder and Spright, and there is just that card doesn't exist.
Gamma is pretty good.
Yeah, but we only want two of like the rest of the cards are.
Yeah, it's pretty tight when you
And
pick Gamma.
playing two Fenrir feels really weak. 'Cause I kind of want to see it. When you're taking Bystials out, the body, like you lose a lot of monsters in your deck. And during this, and like this, just feels really good.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's
so
a
when
hot
you're
one.
versing a trap deck, you have like.
Hey man, trap decks are cool.
Yeah, it's just like this is like such a threat, especially Spright. They have to pretty much have to smash this. Or Onibia Maru, but you're probably popping something else before that.
Oh, that's cool.
That is the deck.
Well done. Congratulations on winning top 8, my friend.
Thank you. This is the first one I topped in a while. This is probably the least amount of thought I've put into a deck, and this is probably the best I've done. So,
Minimum effort, maximum result.
minimum effort. Play. Yeah. My motto is just play whatever you think is good.
Any shout outs or any sign outs?
Yep. Shouts to Alliance Games. John, Ivan, thanks for allowing us to sponsor you. Strike One Collectibles. The man behind the camera.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Who am I? Top deck.
Top deck. All the boys that actually came today. It's a bit down bad. It was a rainy day, and yeah, it's pretty quiet in this one now. It's good. We get to do the profiles.
Yeah, we came back to the store after the regionals. We were a bit down bad, but Frank topped. Yeah! Woo! Woo! And this is
Shout out to Kimpton as well for
Kimpton.
not coming.
straight out Kimpton.
Straight out of Kimpton.
Woo!